Hi, I'm Dempsey Pulot, and this week I'm reviewing... Now before we start off, as always, I just want to take a quick second to remind you guys to make sure you hit that like button if you liked today's video, and if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. But without further ado, let's jump into today's film. The Lie was directed by Veena Sud and stars Mireille Enos, Peter Sarsgaard, and Joey King. And this is one of a handful of films that Blumhouse is releasing to Amazon Prime Video as a part of its Welcome to Blumhouse anthology series. I believe there are supposed to be 8 films in total. However, even though it falls under the Blumhouse banner, it's not necessarily a horror film, which is what the company is known for producing the most. Instead, it's more of a psychological thriller, and it's a pretty good one too. What would you do if your kid did something they couldn't take back? That's the film's thesis, and from beginning to end, we follow 2 parents as they try to cover up for their daughter after she allegedly commits an unthinkable crime. And when I say the entire film, I mean the entire film. Within the first 5 minutes, the main event that the story revolves around happens, and from that moment forward, the lives of all of our characters are thrown into disarray. And things become increasingly complicated for the 2 parents involved because 1, they're technically separated, so they already have that disconnect, and 2, they're dealing with a teenager, so naturally there's some blockage there. But nevertheless, they realize that they need to come together for the sake of their daughter. However, the more that they try to be there for her, the more they realize that she may not be the person that they think she is. And the way that she acts in the aftermath of the event raises even more questions about the kind of person she's become. And on that note, before I go on, I must say that the 3 leads are just incredible. Joey King does a really great job at keeping her true intentions hidden for a majority of the film, and Peter Sarsgaard perfectly captures what it's like to really do anything for your child. He's really good. I love Peter Sarsgaard in anything, but Mireille Enos, she is the true standout here. She gives what I believe, what I think, what I hope is an Oscar-worthy performance. Just the way that she unravels along with the film's truth is just excellent. Just the way that her physical appearance deteriorates along with her mental health, the deeper she goes down this rabbit hole, is incredible. In fact, there's this one scene right after she discovers what's happened and she's coming to terms with it. She gets a visit from an unexpected guest and she wants to break down. She does, and she comes very close to breaking down. She grows very pale, but in the midst of their conversation with the door open and it's cold, she's managing her facial expressions. She starts to shiver, but you can tell it's not from the cold, it's from the nerves. Just a very brilliant performance all around, and one that, like I said, I hope is remembered come award season. Once again, everyone is great in this film, even the supporting cast, especially the supporting cast, but Enos just delivers a top-tier performance. Aside from the extraordinary cast, though, we have to talk about director Veena Sud, because she's good. She's really good. Now, there are very few light moments in the film, but right when you may start to get comfortable, that's when she flips them on you. To the point where, in some instances, it might even turn your stomach. She's that good at creating tension. Like, I don't even think it's possible for, like, real-life scenarios to have that kind of tension. There's this really fantastic sequence where Joey King is running from somebody, and she has asthma. It's established that she has asthma. And she finally finds a place to hide, and she starts to wheeze, and her neck starts to constrict. You get this really great close-up, and you see her neck veins start to stick out, and you hear her, and she sees her asthma pump, and she can grab it, but she chooses not to because she knows that the person chasing her is nearby, and she doesn't want to give away her position. She chooses, essentially, death over being caught, because to her, death is much easier to deal with, okay? In a film about choices, it's moments like that that really define it. Now, my only real problems with this film come from its third act. Firstly, the climax is just way too abrupt. It kind of just happens, and then you're left there to wonder, okay, I guess the film's over now. but it's not, because then it lingers on for like a few extra scenes, and then after that there are quite a few moments where it feels like the film should end, but it doesn't. And I mean, for those of you guys who have seen it, personally I would have had it end 5 minutes before it actually does end. I'm not saying that I would have preferred a little bit more ambiguity. I'm quite literally saying that the film drags its feet for way too long before ultimately deciding that it's over. All I'm saying is that it feels like the story ends a lot sooner than the actual film does. Overall, The Lie is a stellar and suspenseful character-driven drama that most might miss because it's on Amazon Prime Video, but that shouldn't be ignored because, honestly, it's one of Blumhouse's best films to date. And for that, I'm going to give this film 4 stars.
What? Don't look at me like that.
Guys, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to view this video. It really does mean the world to me. And once again, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well for more new movie-related content weekly. Now, if you happen to see this film, if you loved it, if you hated it, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. I look forward to reading and responding to all of your comments. But that's pretty much all the time that I have for you guys today. As always, be on the lookout for more new content shortly. I have more reviews coming later on this week, and a whole bunch of other stuff for you guys to look forward to for the rest of October. So, with that being said, I should probably get back to work. Until next time, I'm Dempsey Pallot. Take care.